Hey Sagittarius, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline on this reading, go check your other major placements. See what happens over there. And if you would, please click that subscribe button and the like button. That helps other people find my channel. So, all right, we're starting off with this Oracle deck of Moonology and Work Your Light cards. And I just need one more here. And then we're going to move on to, I started using this week, and possibly this week only, I'm using the Muse Tarot. It hadn't spoken to me before, and then suddenly was like, pick me. Had a great group of personal readings from it. It is a little tricky for me to use. We're still getting to know each other. So, but we got all Moonology here. It's time to release negativity. Prosperity lies ahead. Meditate and contemplate. Man, this meditate and contemplate card is coming out quite a bit here. This is new moon in Pisces. Soulmate connection. This is about meditating and thinking things through. Really thinking things through. You're really using that combination of intuition, spiritual and physical, bringing things together, surrendering. Oh, there is like a time to release negativity. Might be a little bit trippy, but yeah, meditate and contemplate, really thinking things through and feeling things through, and really making sure you're being in touch with who you are and what your soul is wanting and asking of you. And then prosperity lies ahead. So we have some really good things coming ahead. Make sure you're balanced. Make sure you're in your good energy here, and being very thoughtful. Prosperity does lie ahead, so something is manifesting, something is coming to fruition, something is being created in the real world, and it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. So time, whenever time shows up in these cards, it is talking about time. It's time to do something. So if you're waiting for a sign when you should act or do something, these cards usually can give that to you, and cue you in on that with it's time. It's time to release negativity, any sort of defensiveness, any sort of, certainty that this could never work out, it's time to, or that you're never going to get that job, or it's never going to work out. It's time to release that and time to let that go. Release any sort of negative thinking that you have, any sort of, I mean, I think almost releasing certainty too, because certainty has some sort of chilling negative effect as well. Oh, why am I doing that? Okay. So overall vibe as well is we have awakening, judgment, things coming back from the past for us to realize something about it and take it forward and move forward with our lives with a new understanding and a new realization of something from the past and how it affected us and how it changed us and transformed us. So waking up to some sort of understanding of who we've been and how we've been. So really thinking about and meditating on this awakening and this understanding and clarity about something that's happened in our past, and maybe it's time to release the negativity from that. And then we have 9 of Voices. We have definitely dealing with some anxiety. So maybe that's the negativity that we're releasing here, is releasing our anxiety and our fears and our worries that this isn't going to lie ahead, because we have this reassurance, this isn't going to happen, right? We have this reassurance that prosperity lies ahead. So you may be having some anxiety that something's not going to work out. It never does. But you really need to sort of wake up to realize something that you've done or something that's happened in the past and how it's affected your current situation, and let go of this anxiety. Something really good is coming for you, but you really need to sort through some of your feelings about it and some of your emotions, and maybe even some of the ways that you understand it, and think about it. All right, Sagittarius. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, to-do list, and possible outcome. All right. Good. We have a reversal in here again, but a lot fewer than we've been having with this deck. So in your recent past, you've had some insight, some clarity. I feel like it's this awakening card too here. You've seen something very clearly. There's been a lot of happiness. There was a lot of happiness back there, a lot of joy, a lot of growth. Just clarity, a lot of clarity, beautiful, beautiful clarity that we all love and enjoy so much. So understandings, realizations, and just being able to see something really clearly. In your current situation, we have Knight of Voices. So it's like voices of voices. Voices are going to be our swords here. And the Knight is going to be coming in here with some sort of communication, some sort of clear communication. This could be you. This could be someone you know. I mean, you've got an abundance of clarity here with the Sun card, so it wouldn't surprise me if you wanted to spread that around and share that with people. But we have someone here with some clear thinking going on, very much able to understand things, sort of rising above the clouds, above the difficulties, and bringing in that clarity and the communication of clarity. So this could be someone in your environment. This could be you. There's a little bit of boldness here, a lot of courage coming in here, and some boldness, some bold movement forward. But it's like the path has been cleared, and there's a very clear understanding, perhaps something that you've realized about your past that you'd like to communicate and bring into some situation about what happened back there. It could be like a work situation or something like that too, not just relationships. Although relationships are part of our work as well. Your fears, you're not sure you can juggle, you're not sure you can handle this, you're not sure you can deal with everything. Everything feels a little precarious right now. A little bit difficult, maybe even a little bit dangerous. You're not sure you're going to be able to pull this off. You're just starting to understand where you're at, understand the situation, and you're not sure that you can do it. And there's a bit of a crisis of confidence. I mean, you are juggling things, but you're not sure how much longer you can deal with these sort of different forces in you that you're trying to handle and deal with. So you might be, feeling a little unstable and a little precarious, and like you might not be able to handle all of your responsibilities here. I feel like you might be hopeful that you'll be able to, but you don't feel like it, like you've got a really good handle on the situation right now. Both of these have a lot of clouds in them, so there is a sense that there's been some confusion. It has cleared up though, because in both of these cards, you're above the clouds, outside of the clouds. So you do have some clarity here. You have something, and maybe this is coming from meditating and contemplating and really thinking about things, but you do have some clarity here. And then in your, what's at issue here, or what the situation is this Muse of material. So that's going to be King of Pentacles. Something coming into the real world, something actually being manifested. It's the final stretch. Oh, look, these little goddesses they're juggling their roses just fine. You're having some difficulty here, but this king here, this Muse, is juggling everything just fine. Both of these are materials. This has a real farmer vibe, a real rose gardener vibe. So here you're like, have I bit off more than I can chew? This is a lot of roses to grow this year. This is a lot of work to do. I don't know if I can do all of this. I'm just starting to see and understand everything you might have on your plate right now. But and look at these two roses in their head. You're juggling them. You might be of two minds. You might be really trying to think something through. These do look like meditate and contemplate, and you trying to think through something, figure something out here, how you're going to handle something. But the Muse of materials is typically going to be like a slow and steady wins the race. It is that something is manifesting, something that's been going on for a very long time is coming to fruition, is coming in here. It's the end of a long road, like yeah, something coming to fruition, and you're headed in that direction. It's taken a long time to get here. In your environment, you have a reverse Six of Voices. So either not choosing to move on or not feeling like you can move on, or having not done it yet. Like it's on the docket, you're ready to do it, but you haven't moved on from a painful place. So there's a sense of being stuck in a painful place. And we certainly are getting this with this Ace of Voices, or this Nine of Voices, this anxiety card, and this releasing negativity card. You've maybe been stuck someplace that you wanted to move on from, and maybe you've gotten very clear that that's what you want. That's what you wanted, but it's not happening, that you can't do that right now. Maybe that's some of the clarity. But there is a sense of needing to have moved on from some sort of very difficult place, very painful place, but not having been able to, not having made the choice. There's something in your environment that is still in a very painful place, still very difficult, and it doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon, not at least by itself. You may be wanting to communicate this, and you're maybe getting some real clarity about the situation and understanding it, but it's still very painful. Even though maybe you have some insight into it, you've had some insight into it, but that doesn't seem to have changed the painful dynamic of it at all and how much anxiety and pain it produces. So your to-do list is this 10 of inspiration. It's time to put the burden down. Drop what's no longer yours. It's having a lot of clarity about this. So not moving on, not able to move on. This is saying do it anyway. Do it anyway, because this is as much burden as you can carry. You don't need to carry anymore. It's been a very long, very difficult journey. And the 10 is going to tell us that it's over. Whatever was meant to happen here has happened here. Whatever you needed with this situation has occurred already. And there's no more need for your sacrifices, for your input. There's no more need for it. These weren't even your burdens to carry, but you did. And you learned a lot from it, but you don't need to carry this burden. I think it is this time to release negativity here. You don't need to carry these, you don't need to carry these jugs anymore. You don't need to carry this water for anybody else anymore. You can put it down now. And that's your to-do list, is to put down your burden, to put down those jugs. So you don't need to carry this water through this desert anymore. It's been a long and difficult journey, but it's time to let it go. It's time to let it. And that's much more easier said than done. But it's time to release the negativity. You could do this in a ceremony. You could do this with a therapist. You could just do this with a journaling out, some way for you to release something that you've been carrying, some sort of anxiety, some sort of fear or issue that you've been carrying for a long time. Something could have happened in the past, and you've been carrying this for a long time. There's nothing, when we put our burdens down, one of the best ways to do it for many people is to talk about it, to bring it to light. And it has much less control over us once we do that, once we share that with a trusted source. But putting a burden down, refusing to continue carrying water for somebody else, carrying their burdens. We each have our own burdens to carry, and so it's a little ridiculous that anyone would ask someone else. I mean, it's not ridiculous to share it. Obviously, there's some part of this that's about sharing a burden or putting it down. Where did I get that? Yeah, anyway, but there's also some part of it where it's like, yeah, I have my stuff to carry and you have your stuff to carry. I'll help you carry yours and you can help me carry mine, but I'm not going to carry yours just for you while you skip along beside me, right? That's quite a metaphor, but I think you understand what situation I'm talking about. And then where you're going here is 9 of materials. Having achieved what it is you wanted to achieve. We have 3 materials here, 2 materials, King of materials, 9 of materials. So this Muse of materials is talking about some sort of mastery. You're mastering something here. You're mastering some sort of work, some sort of real life situation. You don't think you can do it, but you are. You are. And once you put down your unnecessary burdens, the things you don't need anymore, the things that aren't part of your journey anymore. Once you put those down, you're going to be coming into having accomplished quite a bit, being very happy with where you are, being very happy with what you've accomplished, feeling powerful, feeling like a really amazing gardener. You just won some sort of award here for your gardening ability. So you do have the ability. You're questioning if you have the ability to make this happen, and you do. It looks like you absolutely do have the ability to make this happen. You do need to put down, you do need to stop. I mean, it almost looks like your plate's too full here, and you need to pick and choose what it is that you want to take forward with you, what it is that you want to focus on, and let the other stuff go. There's something here that's not even very satisfying for you, but you continue to do it. This is like continuing to go to gymnastics when you're 15, even though you've hated it since you were 8. Like, why? Just because that's what's been done doesn't mean you have to keep doing it. So letting a burden down, releasing negativity basically, and realizing that prosperity lies ahead. Yes, indeed. We have this. Oh my gosh, my bracelet has connected with something and I cannot move my right arm. Okay, so prosperity lies ahead, and this 9 of materials, this is very exciting. Very cool stuff coming in for you. A lot of success, a lot of success. You're going to have to pick and choose what you put your time into, because right now you're not sure you can even juggle it all. But slow and steady wins the race, and you are going to be experiencing a lot of reaping rewards. You're going to reap some rewards for your behavior, for your work, the work that you've already put in here. Okay, Sagittarius, I hope that that was helpful for you. Oh, wait, we're going to do a wild Kuan Yin here, aren't we? Okay. Dear wild Kuan Yin. All right. Ooh, this is a bit surprising. Well, with the meditate and contemplate card, I guess this does... This is Harvest Mother watches over me. The inner world offers powerful healing, creating space to receive it with love, patience, acceptance, and willingness to hear, feel, and honor all messages from our inner world with wisdom. So those messages from the inner world, I just want to say, are coming from this meditate and contemplate card. With wisdom allows this inner medicine to work its healing magic. Even if it seems unfathomable at an intellectual level, the inner world knows how to restore and heal every aspect of the soul. We just need to invite and allow it. So releasing negativity for healing and putting burdens down, letting go of past burdens that we've carried, meditate and contemplate, because that's going to get you into some really beautiful healing energy. It might take some time, might take some space, but you will be healing and being restored. All right. Okay, there we go, Sagittarius. I hope that that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, subscribes, and comments. I very much appreciate them.